streets of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They've certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one complete to McConkey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A beautiful spin and room to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. He juked him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, An open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Chargers, first down. A gain of 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A give, right side for Gibbs. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing is Pratt. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
That's another Jaguars.
Now Pratt. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
1st and goal at the 6.
They'll run with Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Pratt. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A little juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Herbert. Pass taken in by his Chargers' big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Chargers first down. Again, 11 on the play.
Herbert now. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That's another Chargers first down.
On first down, it's Hampton. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 63 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Here's Herbert. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Devin Lloyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Give here to Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Back to throw. Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Cameron Dicker for the Chargers field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Chargers 3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Pratt. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
He was covered by Jackson.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
The Jaguars at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pratt going to look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 1 yard.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Harris running the slant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Herbert off of play action. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That's another Chargers first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To throw now, Pratt. And Thomas has it. So they get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Pratt. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. Call it a gain of a yard. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
A gain of a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there. The drive will continue.
The Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Pratt. Short throw caught by Bowers. Evades the tackler, and now some space. How did he stay on his feet? Touchdown, Jaguars. Brock Bowers, 57 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 3.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Pratt. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
41-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Pratt. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our look around the NFL
report
starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots at home to take on the Jets in the AFC East. And it's the rookie, Mason Taylor. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me. And they don't. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. The Jets had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is J.J. McCarthy. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. 14-all the score at the half. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Falcons on top in this one at halftime. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Nifty move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Pratt. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's fourth down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this returnable for Rager. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their own 27. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Complete to Likely. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Herbert. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Ooh, the juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Pratt. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
14 more yards. That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Pratt. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 2nd and 11. Touchdown! Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chargers 3.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Gets by him at the 25. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Pratt. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd and 6.
Pratt going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Off-play action, Pratt. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pratt. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
In motion
line.
goes the tight end. Herbert now. Pass hauled in by Johnston. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Johnston, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. On the give, this is Hampton. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Zone read, a give to Hampton. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Herbert. To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
They will run for it with Hampton. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
First down. First and goal.
Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second down and goal. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Herbert, third and goal. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
A gain of 3 yards brings up fourth and goal.
They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets around him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by the quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Second and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. Second and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
First and 10, here's Gibbs. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
1 yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. To throw is Pratt. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Cam Little on for the field goal.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
L.A. readies for its next possession. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert on the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete. Second and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. It's brought in, and caught up. And the Jags grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Pratt. And a fine chase on the right side complete. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Pratt. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Now Pratt. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw now, Pratt. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st and 10.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Brian Branch.
One last throw here for Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.